Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Deekag, and today I'll be talking to you guys about how to maintain your wigs. Now, I am a lover of wigs, lace wigs, whether it be 360 frontals, whether it be a full lace wig or just like a lace closure. I love my wigs because they're versatile and easy. They work for my lifestyle, and I know a lot of women nowadays are wearing wigs. So let's talk about how to maintain your wigs, how to give them a longer life, how to keep them, feeling soft, less shedding, things like that. All right, so the first thing that I do for my wigs, and these are my opinions, things that I've tried, and hopefully they work for you if you want to try them. Hopefully we help each other out. So the first thing is I co-wash my wigs. Co-wash is the new thing. It's been the new thing. When you co-wash, you basically add conditioner, and sometimes you don't add any other products, basically just conditioner, and you wash the wig and that's it. So with co-washing, I recommend a couple of products. I love my Pantene products. I like Pantene has a line of hydration products. There's a intense hydration shampoo. Now I co-wash, but from time to time I feel like you have to wash with a little shampoo. When it feels dirty or when it feels oily, I'll use some shampoo. But I do not wash it with shampoo more than twice, maybe once, usually once, but no more than 2 times. And after I've shampooed it, usually on my first, I'll shampoo it, and then I'll add like Pantene as a moisture renewal hydrating conditioner. This is what I used yesterday, so that's why I have these products with me. So I'll use the conditioner and I'll leave it in. Sometimes I'll leave it in some warm water, not hot, not boiling, not hot, because that also can help to pull the hair out of the weft. It's not your hair, it's a wig, don't forget. So yeah, moisture renewal. And I use moisture renewal because a lot of times your wigs need moisture. You need to have it looking. I don't like a wig that looks dry and just dehydrated. I like a wig that looks moist, or at least living, and that's why I use hydrating stuff. Whatever hydrating stuff, I used to buy some cheap ones and they used to work well, but a lot of times Duane Reade, Rite Aid, a lot of the stores have sales on Pantene products, usually every month, so that's what I use. Next thing that I use that is a staple, that is I love it. I love it. I love it. I was recommended this product years ago, and I was recommended it was recommended to me for natural hair. One of my friends told me that she used it and it made her hair very soft, and that if you were trying to transition between like relaxers, that the silicone mix products would help. Now I use it on my real hair as well, not as much, but on my wigs, darling, on your wigs, you see this right here? I'm gonna show you my other wig that needs to be washed, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like and what this somehow looked like yesterday, and you see how it looks like it has life. Most of this is due to this. I don't add products to my wig. I hate adding like oily products, hairsprays, mousse, all those things. I do not add any of that. But when I wash it, or when I co-wash it, silicone mix as my final co-washer. After I've added like my Pantene conditioner, I add the silicone mix and I put it on it and I leave it. I let it sit on it for a little bit before I wash it out. And when you wash it out, you rinse it with the, your shower head or whatever. You light strokes in brushing it, and I air dry it. And darling, yes. So second tip, apart from co-washing, that was my first tip. Second tip is less products. As I was saying, that I don't really use a lot of products in my hair. I like this look. I like having it look like this, like it doesn't have anything weighing it down. When I'm styling it, I don't like the oily jelly look, none of that. So less products and less heat. Now what I recommend is, if you do like curls, if you do like a lot of curly styles, these are lifesavers. I know everybody know what these are. lifesavers. You roll your hair up, you leave it, it curls, and you're good to go. Now, if these are not the type of curls that you're looking for, if you're rushing out, you're going out and you didn't remember to curl them last night, yeah, I do use my curling wand. And when I do wand it, honestly, I don't add anything. And if I do add anything, it is the LOTTABODY. Now, I grew up in Jamaica, and where I grew up, my grandmother, every time she washed her hair, she would use LOTTABODY lotion. It's blue. It's in a little bottle. Now they have it in the fancy bottles in Rite Aid. I buy those now. But the little blue LOTTABODY water-based product, you put that on this hair, you curl it up, and it keeps your curls. Now, I don't use any spritz. I don't use anything like that. And my LOTTABODY works wonders. Let me tell you, mama knows best. LOTTABODY, you'll thank me later. Now, the third tip that I have is dye your hair after you've had it for a while and you've been washing it and washing it and washing it and washing it. Now, this, I initially dyed it because it was a natural brown, and I dyed it because I like the darker look. But if I had had it natural brown for a while, which sometimes I do leave my wig natural brown, what I'll do is after I've washed it a couple of times, the cuticles and things start to strip because it's not connected to a head anymore. It's on a wig. So what I'll do is I'll add a little dye, whether it be Revlon, whatever cheap dye, and it gives it a spruce, back to life. Can last you a little bit longer. So that's a tip that I have. I say dye it after you've had it for a couple months. Fourth thing, I mean, I said it before, but if you have to curl it, use a water-based product. Water-based product. And as I recommended LOTTABODY lotion, setting lotion. I do not have the bottle with me. I don't know where I put it. I have a little travel size that I had when I was in Jamaica, and it's somewhere in this room. But what I'll do is I'll put a link down below of what LOTTABODY lotion looks like. So if you guys see it in your beauty supply store, or you see it in Rite Aid or Dewey and Reed or CVS, you can buy it. Fifth thing, rest your wig. Ladies, now, just like anything, just like you need rest, your wig needs rest too. It's doing a lot of work. It's going with you from day to day. In between your wigs, have a extra wig. I believe in having an extra wig because anything can happen. And I never want to rely on just having one wig. But if you're starting out new with wigs, always have a wig in between, because anything can happen. Your lace can rip. Anything. God forbid. But anything can happen. But also, to take the stress out of having to comb your wig all the time, just have an extra wig in between. Sometimes you can wash this, you can leave it a little bit, and you can wear another wig. The sixth thing, less combing equals better. Less combing of your wig is better. What do I mean by that? Now, I'm a nurse. I work 12-hour shifts. I get limited sleep sometimes. And what I do for me is, a lot of times I go to work, I wear my hair in 2 braids. Or if I put it in like a bun, what I'll do is I'll repeat that same hairstyle the next day. So I'll have my 2 braids for 2 days, sometimes 3, depending on how it holds up. And that allows me to not have to manipulate the wig over and over. Because the more you comb it, the more it sheds. The more it sheds, the thinner it gets. The thinner it gets, it dies. So less combing. And when you are combing your wigs, ladies, you comb your wigs from tip, from down here, up. Down, up. Do not comb your wigs from up here, especially if it's gotten wet, it's gotten a little bit tangled. Don't do this, because what you do is you take out here. So you hold your wig in parts and you brush from the tip. That part is good. You go up. You go up, and it's smooth transition. All right, the next thing is air dry your wigs if you can. Please, if you're in a hurry, I get it, because I've had those days where I forgot to wash it and I was going somewhere and it just looked too tangled down and I had to wash it right away and I had to blow dry it. But my blow dryer rarely touches my wig, if ever. What I do is, after I've co-washed my wig, I have a plastic wig head and I put it on and I leave it to dry. I put it whether outside or in the bathroom or wherever you want it to dry, and you leave it. And I say air drying because it does, you know, it helps to lengthen the lifespan of your wig. Next tip, avoid friction. So when you get home from a long day of work, when you get home from going out, whatever it is that you were doing, take your wig off, put it on your wig head, invest in a wig head. Now, I have a lot of wigs. I've been doing wigs for a while. So I have plastic wig head, I have foam wig head, and I have the soft material wig head that I can push pins in and make my wigs and all of that. But you don't have to do all of that. You can go to the beauty supply store. They have the foam wig heads. I don't think they're more than $5, and you hang your wig up. And you do this because your wig needs a place. I know if I leave my wig just anywhere hanging, you know, if you leave it next to your towel, if you leave it on your bed, if you leave it anywhere, it rubs. There's going to be friction, and then it's going to be tangled. So you hang it up and you leave it. You let it rest like that. Avoid friction. And try not to sleep in your wigs. Sleeping, you're turning, you're twisting, you're doing all of that. Well, like for me, my wigs, all my wigs I take off at night. Even when I use my got-to-be glue or whatever adhesive and hold my wig down, it comes off every night, and I hang it up because I like that freedom, and I like to rest my wig and preserve my wig. So, yeah, avoid friction. The ninth thing is modify your wig when it's getting old. Change your lace front. Sometimes there are techniques on YouTube. Maybe I'll make a video on how to remove the back part of your wig if you have a lace wig and add a new lace to it. There's a way how to do that. Cut your wig, change the style. After a while, if I've had this and you know I really like it and the lace is still holding up and it's not something I'm gonna throw out or give away, most of my wigs I end up giving away. What I'll do is, okay, now I want to color it, or I want to cut it and make it into a bob or whatever. But change it up, modify it, because you know after a while it's not gonna always look the same. So the ends might start to thin out, whatever, but modify it. And yeah, the last but definitely not least is buy products that cater to your wig. Now, when I say buy products that cater to your wig, I'm not telling you to go out or go online and go to those websites that you have wig shampoo, wig this, with stuff. You don't need, honestly, a lot of those things you don't need. But as I mentioned before, get a wig head. You know, if you're gonna have wigs, it's not a waste to buy a wig head, and brushes with bristles that work for your wig. So whether it's wide tooth combs, whether it's big bristles, get you brushes that work. You can't expect to use a small teeth comb like this to continually comb your wigs out. My wig is newly washed, so I can do that because there's no tangling or anything. But after I've worn this out all day, or I've worn this to work, I cannot comb my wig out with this comb. You have to use something that has, you know, big wide teeth or tooth or whatever. And as I said before, if you want to have things to curl your wigs, you can buy some of this. And you know, your shampoos and things. And yeah, those are my tips, girls, so, and ladies. If you guys have any tips to share with me, please comment them down below. Let's have a conversation. How do you guys care for your wigs? And if you guys found this video interesting, or if you found this video to be educational, or if you want to get to come on this YouTube journey with me, watch my videos, please. Comment. Yes, so that's my tip on wigs. And I was just gonna give you guys a demo and I forgot. My wig yesterday looked something, and don't judge me, looked something like this. This wig I wore in Jamaica for 2 weeks straight. I went into the pool, I went into the beach, I did a lot. I didn't wash this wig once. I came back from Jamaica and I had this wig on maybe twice. It hasn't been washed yet because I was busy, and I washed this one and I've been using this one. But I'm going to wash this one maybe tomorrow. And when I wash it, it's going to look like this. It's the same hair. But this, even as it's it needs to be washed and detangled, it still is not oily, not weighing down. It's just that, you know, it needs a wash. And this is in its natural color. This one was colored black. And this is how, you know, you get your wig from here to here, is all the tips that I've outlined for you guys. Now, as I said before, rate, comment, and subscribe. Again, my name is Deeka, and thank you for watching.